What is up, YouTube? It is your boy, your poet, KendrykYoungblood. We are continuing the series called The Greatest of Spoken Word, in which I react to some of the most viral poems on YouTube and break down what exactly led to it going viral in the first place. Now, my sister brought this to my attention, Nayo Jones Healing. I saw it back in high school, don't remember at all what it was about, but I do remember it was fire, okay? And she hit me up and she was like, hey bro, have you seen this? And I was like, yeah, I have. Do you think I should react to it? And she's like, yeah, definitely, because I don't remember much about it, but if she says it's worth reacting to, then I believe her, you know? Let's get started.
I had a therapist tell me once, it was ironic how much love I gave out, because I didn't give much to myself. She laughed, like self-love was a sick joke. I chuckled, then cried at home. I had someone tell me once I could not love anyone else until I learned to love myself. This time I got to laugh. This time the sick joke was mine, was me. Might as well wait forever. I remember hating myself at the age of 7. Journals filled to the brim with criticisms by 8. I had enough pages to stitch them into wings, to fly close enough to the sun to see my tears turn to steam, felt the wax burn on my shoulders and mold into thick skin. I was 9 when I wanted to die. 13 when I found a solution, figured if I could cut my legs enough, gravity would let me go. When it didn't, I tied a pillowcase around my neck, twisting like the rope swings I knew so well from childhood. Heard my heartbeat pound in my ears like a warning drum, then fade. I'd almost convinced myself I'd done it. When I started writing, I smeared my blood on every page to remind myself that everything beautiful has a consequence.
Oh, man. Ooh. Okay, this one's heavy. This one's heavy. The metaphors are crazy, right? She mentioned, you know, flying too close to the sun, the wax spilling on her skin, giving her the thick skin she now has. You know what I mean? That's a reference to Icarus. If you don't know the story of Icarus, look it up. And then she goes on to talk about, you know, tying the pillowcase around her neck, and they resembled the rope swing she knew so well. You know, oh man, this is so well written. All right, so this poem came out in 2016. By this point, mental health poems weren't exactly rare, but one thing that really hits with this is just how early she started having these issues. You know what I'm saying? Like, just how early. She was talking about how she didn't want to live anymore at age 7, and then even going deeper into like her thoughts, her attempts. At this point, I myself, as well as I'm sure a lot of the audience, is wondering what led exactly to you having these issues to the point where you need healing. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going. Maybe we'll find out. Going.
Heartbeat pound in my ears like a warning drum, then fade. I'd almost convinced myself I'd done it. When I started writing, I smeared my blood on every page to remind myself that everything beautiful has a consequence. I'd hoped to stall the clotting long enough to give myself to the craft and let myself go. I have died so many times. So when I told you that loving you almost makes life worth it, I was not joking. When I tell you that loving you almost makes me forget how much I hate myself, it is not poetry. Loving you is taking all the love I could never give myself and putting it to good use.
Oh, yo!
It's reminding myself that if someone can love a dying thing this way, can hold the Lazarus of my body and give thanks for the way it holds back, if someone can kiss the scars, administer the pills, absorb the bad days, and wake up smiling next to me, then I can try to breathe again. Because self-love does not always come first, or second, or even ever. But your love be the guardrail on the ledge, be the drawers that hide all the sharp things, be the body that carries my collapsed frame into bed, be the flowers you bought. Because even though they are dying too, they still dance.
They still dance. Oh man, even though the flowers are dying too, they still dance. She mentions pills, scars, you know, what else? Sharp things that are being hidden by drawers, right? These are common words associated with mental health issues for obvious reasons, you know, medication as well as self-harm. You know, these are concepts that a lot of people with mental health issues can definitely relate to, which is part of the reason why this went viral. It's no surprise that a lot of viral poems tend to deal with mental health, because outside of the poetry scene, a lot of times no one wants to talk about it, you know? Let's keep going.
It is not poetry. Loving you is taking all the love I could never give myself and putting it to good use. It is reminding myself that if someone can love a dying thing this way, can hold the Lazarus of my body and give thanks for the way it holds back, if someone can kiss the scars, administer the pills, absorb the bad days, and wake up smiling next to me, then I can try to breathe again. Because self-love does not always come first, or second, or even ever. But your love be the guardrail on the ledge, be the drawers that hide all the sharp things, be the body that carries my collapsed frame into bed, be the flowers you bought. Because even though they are dying too, they still dance. Love will not heal me, will not wipe my slate of a body clean. I will always be a woman of wounds, of rope-marked neck and melted skin. Love will not heal me, but it will hold my hand if I ever heal myself, and maybe teach me a joke that I can stay alive long enough to laugh at. I love you enough to want to love myself too.
Okay, I'ma say this. I don't have depression. I can relate in so much as there was a time I was depressed. It was situational. And I remember the one thing that got me out of the darkness before it could actually become clinical depression is the fact that I realized there was no knight in shining armor coming to save me. There wasn't a light at the end of the tunnel that if I just kept on keeping on, I would eventually see that light and get out of the darkness. As sad as that is to say, there was no light at the end of the tunnel. I had to be the light. I had to be the light. I had to find people to love and shed light on who were in their own darkness. And in doing so, I would illuminate my own darkness. I couldn't find the light until I was a light for somebody else. In the same way, Nayo Jones is delivering the message that sometimes, you might try to do all the self-love you can and it's just not going to work. You know what I'm saying? As hard as that is to say, it's just the God honest truth. Sometimes you can try it, but having someone to love and to shed light on and they're reciprocating that back might give you a reason to love yourself. And in loving yourself, you might heal. Little sis, if you're watching this, thank you. I thought this was amazing. And it's no wonder you told me to react to this. All right. I hope you all enjoyed. The link to the video is in the description as usual, so make sure to check that out. And I'm out. Deuces.